Y'all, like, I'm so tired. Like, I feel like I cannot barely get any sleep right now for this week. This week has been a little bit hectic, and I know that they're hanging the nail. You know, they're cranking it up a little bit on us because we had our test, and now we're like immediately when we had a test, they went on to the next chapter, and we're working on like legal information and ethics, and they don't take any breaks in nursing school. That's one thing I'm gonna tell you guys. They don't take no breaks. Like as soon as we got out that test exam, they was like, boom, next subject. And I said, okay, okay. So literally yesterday, and we're off today because we have like inclement weather. I had to do two full things of no parts, one legal, one ethics, and when I tell you, I did a whole bunch of reading, and then I'm glad today that we out of school because you know the weather, because that helps me catch up a little bit. But I know they're gonna hit us with the books tomorrow because we have to do a thing called DocuCare, and it's basically like documenting all the information that you had at the end of your shift. It's like going to be like a simulation. So before I get into DocuCare, like before, like in the beginning of the week, we had nursing process, nursing interventions, and they sent us to the lab. We haven't been in the lab yet, but they sent us to that lab. I think it was on Tuesday, and they gave us like a fake patient. It was like two girls. They one was the client, and one was the nurse, and they just faked the whole thing. One was the lady came in, and she lives by herself. She has weakness in her right leg, and then when she came in, she didn't remember what happened. She started peeing on herself. She was incontinent. What else happened? They noticed that she was coughing a lot, and she kept coughing and wheezing. And then she said she had pain, and she had pain everywhere, not necessarily at one spot. I mean, they kept going on for 5 minutes, and like we had this packet. I'm sorry, it's not focusing or not. We had this packet where basically we go over the respiratory, the gastrointestinal, the reproductive system, the I's and O's, the vitals, like the musculoskeletal system. I mean, just went on and on. Like for 5 minutes, she went on of what happened when the lady got admitted in and what was her problem, and we had to write it down real quick, real fast. Like they didn't back up nothing, just write it down, write it down. And basically what she was saying, she's like, as a nurse, what would you look at first? And I started to think, okay, since we used to talk about Maslow hierarchy of needs, the first one is the physiological needs. And I noticed that she said that the patient came in coughing. Although she had weakness, she had pain everywhere, she kept coughing repeatedly. And one thing with physiologic needs is that you need to assess the airway. And so she was like, good. And she kept coughing up sputum, you know, just blocking the airway. So I was like, okay, that could affect the patient heavily if her airway is not clean. So that's the first thing that we need to assess. But we went over that, and like they was just hitting us with the book. They was like, here, 5 minutes, figure out what you need to do. I was like, okay. I was like, they not playing. Listen, y'all, they is not playing in nursing school. They is not playing. And then, like I said, today we were supposed to do DocuCare, and not gonna be able to do that today. So it's gonna be tomorrow, and then we're going over the finish off the legal and ethics, and then we have another test come Monday. So our tests are back to back. And so next week I looked at my calendar. Let me see. Okay, so we have an exam come Monday. It's over 2 chapters. Our last exam was over 5 chapters, y'all. 5 chapters. That was hard. And they only gave us 3 days to study. So one thing that I'm going to say is kudos to people that got kids, taking care of their kids on their own. You really have to have a good support system through nursing school, because I don't see how y'all do it. But y'all do it and y'all make it. And me, although I don't have any kids or anything like that, and like I said, the most responsibility I have is to my side of the bills. when y'all got kids and y'all running around and y'all gotta study, and I know some of y'all gotta work full time. That's another job on top of this. That's a job, and you in LPN school and you doing this Monday through Friday. Kudos to y'all, like, for real. Kudos to y'all. Like, I know a guy in my class right now. He got kids, and he's a single dad. And he says that he worked every day. Like, so we go to school Monday through Friday, 8 to 3 p.m. He says he studies, and then he does a night shift, and he works 7 p.m. to 3 a.m., an 8-hour shift. And so I don't know how he's doing it, but he's doing it. He's making it. You know, I don't know necessarily how his grades look like, but he's still there. And so me, how I do it, although I don't have any kids, I just work 2 shifts on the weekends, like Friday overnight or Saturday overnight, just whatever I can take, because I'm only PRN. I want to do it as needed because I don't know if I want to work all the time. Like, I saved up a little bit of money to, help me throughout the year. And then, my dad helps me with my books when I need it, or my scrubs. But everything else, like, you really have to have a game plan before you go into nursing school. Like, I'm serious. Like, if y'all watch my videos, and any other person that you can look through, a RN, LPN, nurse practitioner, they will tell you, you need to have a game plan. You need to have a support system. If you don't have that, it's like a domino effect. You're going to fall down. You're going to fall down. So you need to have all those things before you even think about, oh, I want to go to nursing school. Save your dollars. So back to what I was saying. We have an upcoming exam on legal and ethics on Monday. And next week, now that I look at it, they're starting to give us assignments. So we never had assignments. They was just giving us simulations to work on, and it was never something we had to turn in. It was just more like practice work. Now we have assignments that we got to turn in. It looks like it's like 3 a week. I got to prepare for that. And then we have skills now. So that means we got to get in the lab. We have lecture. So that's a lot to do in a day. That's a lot to do. So like how we do it, again, we start school at 8. We'll do a skills practice in the lab from 8 to 11. And then we'll do a skills check off from 12 to 3. That's it. 12 to 3. And then we got to turn in our assignment. And then the next day we have lecture. And then the next day we have skills. So I know they're just cranking it up now for nursing school. Like, they started out small. Now it's like, you got to be on your A game. A game. Let's see, what else do we have? And then, like I said, with that book, where did it go? Hold on one second, y'all. Okay, like I said, with this book right here, for the NCLEX PN, all the LPN people was from what I've seen, and you guys' YouTubes, all of us have this, or you have the 6th edition. This is the 7th edition, and that's probably what they're going to need probably for y'all next year. But this is everything that you're going to probably need to know when you take your NCLEX. And like I said, the LPN program that I am in, they incorporate in the program, or incorporate this into the program. They don't wait till the end of the year and tell you, hey, you can study for your NCLEX. No, we have to do homework assignments on this. We have to turn in 100 questions per month stating that we read this book, we practiced this, and give it to the teacher each month. And then that lets us know that, the teacher, we're making progress. So I'm glad we had this book. I got to start working on it now. But right now I'm just studying for, like, our next exam, I want to make sure that I get a good grade, like a high grade. But I'm good with legal and ethics. I'm good with legal and ethics. That's not a problem. It's just, but if you see these, and y'all see my last video, what I talk about, what did I talk about? What I said something about note cards and highlighting and everything like that. That was 3 other ring note cards that I have. This is 2 extra that I just made. Like, you see how hard? Please don't tear it up, dog. You see how hard it is to do that? And not necessarily hard. Y'all probably gonna be panicking like, oh, this is crazy. Like, it's just a lot of, like I said, time management. That's why I said when I sit in front of the class, and I make sure I done this, because my mom always told me that through high school. Like, when I used to be like a slacker or something like that, she used to tell me, like, get your butt and sit in front of the class, have your glasses on. Yes, I have glasses. And you listen to the teacher. And hold on. I've gotten so used to that now. I don't ever sit in the back of the class. Like, never. I don't. I hate sitting in the back of class. And like I said, I'm a big introvert. I don't like talking, at least in school. Like, I'm a social being. I am a social butterfly if you're my friend or whatnot. And YouTube, this is a great hobby for me to kind of get my feelings out and help other people. Like, I've always been good at that, but when I'm trying to focus and I want to be successful, like, I go to school just to go to school, not necessarily to make friends. And I know a lot of people, like, they don't think that way, and they feel like when they make friends, they do better. That's great. That's great for y'all. But me, as far as hanging, I have these girls that are in the back of me. I don't know if they knew each other from the past, but they sit together, and ever since we started school, it's like they don't pay attention, at least from what I know. They just talk. When the teacher is doing the PowerPoints or whatnot, they talking about shopping. I know how this girl's new car she trying to get. I know this girl talking about her scrub pants. I know this girl talking about her boyfriend. Like, they talk so much, I know this girl's whole personal life, y'all. Like, I don't talk at all. Like, I just literally, when the teacher is doing her PowerPoints, I'm doing my note cards. Like I said before, this is all I do. When I'm on break, I'm sitting in the corner reading my note cards, or I'm eating some apples and stuff. Like, I don't talk. But that's why I said having friends in nursing school, in my opinion, can be a distraction. And especially if they ask you to do group assignments, not group assignments, like, if you feel like you study better with a group and whatnot, y'all are bound to talk and get off topic. You're not going to learn about the whole nursing process. Y'all bound to talk about something that's irrelevant to the course. And that's why I said I'm not good with that. So if I was going to get all friendly with somebody, this is just going to be, this is business. Like, this is my whole career right here. This is my life. Like, I want a better life. And I can't just be chit-chatting my life away. And I see that with a lot of people. Like, there's a lot of girls, they say 3 to a group. I know another that say 4 to a group. And there's just me in this corner. My group. Just the quiet one. They're like, why are you so quiet? That's just me, girl. That's just me. But I thrive that way. Because I noticed before, when I was younger, I didn't get nowhere. I was flunking when I was just hanging out with friends all the time. So that's just one tip right now for y'all. If y'all got friends or y'all meet friends, let that be on a business level. Just say, hey, we can talk about these little boys. We can talk about this new car or whatever. We can talk about that later date. Let's talk about the now. We trying to get to the money, the paper. But yeah, that's how my week is going. Like, they turning it up right now. They turning it up. Like, it's first it started out slow, but now it's going a little bit faster. And I'm excited because the more that these tests are coming back to back, that lets me know that I can retain the information a little bit faster. Because, like, if they have these tests 5 to 7 days apart, I'm going to only study for this for like 3 days. And sometimes I usually just begin to slowly lose it. And that's how some people, even myself, I might need to go back over the book and start reading over it and whatnot. The more we start having these tests back to back is the more that I can retain it, in my opinion. So I'm glad they do it that way, so it can keep me on my toes. So that's really how nursing school is going for me, y'all. Like, it's an off day right now, and I'm just chilling in my room. I'm just chit-chat away with y'all, and I'm about to do another video on how I even got into LPN school. And I'm going to keep the videos up. I'm going to keep it up, trying to keep this as a hobby. But this is, y'all, like, I like it, though. I'm happy I'm here. All I can say is that I'm blessed. I really can't complain. I'm here now. Thanks.